Hello, Aquarius, and welcome to your November 2024 reading. So, before we start, I'm going to announce the winner of last month's contest for the 100,000 subscriber here with that. We don't see it well, but the YouTube acknowledgement of passing 100,000 subscribers. So, the winner is Deborah Roth. She's a Taurus, so of course I've already answered her comments. And well, if Deborah, you're Aquarius rising or moon or whatever, and you're listening to this, you've got all month to come to contact me. All right. So okay, I meditated on your energy and what Spirit wanted to talk to you about this month, my beautiful Aquarius. We come in the month with the Four of Swords in reverse. Now, that can mean two things. It can be I'm getting out of a period where I was like on pause, trying to heal and understand the source and the whys of my past disappointments and heartaches. Here we have the Three of Swords on the wall. And as I'm going to get out of there, I'm going to use that new sword of understanding for my new truth. Four of Swords in reverse. The other possibility is that I do not want to look at my past disappointments, heartaches, or the beliefs that created that. I am not willing to change the I am in order to change the circumstances of my life. So I was wondering as it came out, I was wondering, which one of those two would it be? And as I clarified under, here I have Death in reverse, the Eight of Pentacles in reverse, and the Nine of Swords. So I guess it's the I am not transforming, letting go, purifying, what death would be doing. Whoops, sorry. What death would be doing. That kind, and we are getting into Scorpio season, so that probably, as we are in Scorpio season, that probably creates a certain pressure of the things that need to die, that need to purify, whether you're very spiritually sovereign of your life, or you used to rule things and control your life like the king, or like the lady here, you're very open to the change, like letting it happen and all of that. When death passes, it's gonna pass. That means the old you, old cycle, it needs to finish. It needs to be purified if you don't want to have just a repeat. And here, this kind of ending that is not happening is creating anxiety because you don't know how to make it grow again. It's almost like something that used to grow, but for a while maybe it hasn't. You don't know how to, what's my next step? I know this is over, but what's my next step? So you're lingering between, I don't know what the next thing will be, or who I will be in the next thing. And therefore, I'm not really letting go of the past, healing it, changing it, and all of that. The next card is the Ten of Pentacles, and under it, I have the World in reverse. So it's a cycle of Pentacles. For some of you, it can be old familial wounds, belief patterns passed from one generation to another. It's time for that to die. It's over. It's done. We need to be in peace with it so that we can truly move on to the next. Because if not, our next pentacle and the old one from the Ten of Pentacles, from the long, it had time to actualize itself. all the way to the Ten of Pentacle and whatever shape it took. Ten of Pentacle does not automatically mean the end all be all. It's just the result, the solidification of all of the energies that created it, and there we see the result in our life. It's something that goes again and again. We become more conscious, more active, more engaged, more whatever one of the elements would change. We create a new cycle and we will see again the new results, and so on and so on. Here we have the moon. They're saying there's so much stuff hidden in the waters, hence Scorpio, that comes up, makes you juggle, makes you afraid maybe to really step into your next cycle. Under that, I have Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, and the Star in reverse. Here again, we are not releasing the old water. We're keeping it. When we do release the old water, this is when we can get the aspiration, the gift, the alignment with our true self. And that's you, Aquarius, on top of it, the Star card. The more aligned you're with your true self and not caught up with the old memory imprint of old waters, the more you're going to be in your purpose, your alignment of this is who I am, this is what I'm bringing to the table. Here we have leftover abandonment, feelings of maybe that Ten of Pentacles, that whole cycle was a cycle of I have to be careful because I can end up sacrificing, being sacrificed, not having enough, feeling I'm not enough. These are all Five of Pentacle distortions. And Four of Pentacle, I'm trying to anchor myself here, but there's false security, because the real security is when we don't need things to be so fixed. We can actually, by trusting ourselves, being in the flow, have that security from within. So maybe there's a need to venture out from your past cycle, Aquarius, and there your old fears are popping up because you haven't, or old insecurities are popping up because you haven't quite came back from it. So let's clarify this for you. I call upon the divine. I call upon the light. I call upon the Holy Spirit. Help me clarify this reading for Aquarius for the month of November 2024. And it's normal for these things to come up in the month of November, in the month of Scorpio. If there's leftover, it's endings, facing endings, and therefore choosing, do I keep the grain, throw away the stem? Do I throw away the grain and begin something completely different? What we will bring with us during the winter under the snow, of course I'm talking for the northern hemisphere, what we're bringing with us under the snow will concentrate, will solidify, and then in the spring we'll be able to absorb the water and grow up. So what do we want to take with us under the snow, within us, during the rest period of the winter? All right. So let's look at, the Four of Wands. They're really Four of Swords. Here's Death again. This time it's upright with the sun. We're seeing it clearly. See? 5 minutes after. Because here we have like another four of cups. So 4, 4, 4. So it's really breaking a structure that was anchored. 4 of cups, this is, well, this is all I've known. I don't know what's out there, and I don't even believe it's there. And then life saying, you gotta let go of the old water. We're gonna give you new one. And it is there. So it's a defocusing on the past experiences to be able to look in front with faith. Let's look at that 9 of Swords and not be concentrate on the what ifs. 9 of Swords, a tower. Maybe this is kind of backing you up, Aquarius. You're cornered here with a tower. You have no choice. You have no choice but to change your perspective. You cannot keep looking at what is in front of you from the perspective of your past, because you're going to limit it to your past. It's like if, you know, maybe you were colorblind in the past, and now they're saying next cycle you're going to have 3 cones. You're going to see 3 cones in the eye that detect, you know, all of the colors we can detect. Well, I've never seen these colors. I don't know if they exist. I doubt it. And here they're saying, be in peace with the monochromic you had before and allow yourself to go into the unknown that will be better. Have faith. But here, some of you are probably in a kind of a shocking period right now where this is being really pushed. Like, I have no choice. I have to leave that old cycle because it can be unbearable. Here I have the 5 of Swords. And the 5 of Swords, this is Venus in Aquarius. And that's when the mind of Aquarius is all passionate. Look at his red hair. And he's using what? He's using 3 swords. He's using the old disappointments, heartaches, limiting beliefs of his past cycle to be right. And to cut the legs of his other masculine aspect that would maybe go out there courageously and say, let's see what it is. And he's like, no. Remember, in 2012, Venus was not there. That color did not exist, so I do not believe in it, and I'll be right about it. Because all of the old wounds are drowning me. I do not see the next pentacle. Even if it's in my hands, it's in my hands. I can start the next cycle. But I'm seeing through the moon. I'm not seeing through the wisdom of my wounds. But the Queen of Cups is upright. All right. Let's look at that world in reverse. There's just that little thing to really finish. Yeah, that little thing to really finish the past cycle. And that little thing is 6 of Wands. Really coming back from it. I know what it was all about. I'm back from it. I'm not going back there anymore. I'm changing the program. I'm not refuting that there's no new program. I'm actually going to see the bigger picture. Sagittarius here. Core beliefs ruled by Jupiter. Jupiter asks us to believe in what is not yet there so that it can expand towards it. Moon, 2 of Pentacles. Here we're juggling between what was in the water, what wasn't healed, past cycle, and past cycle of the Ten of Pentacle, and the new Pentacle. Okay, they really want it. And the new Pentacle. Do I jump? Do I not jump? Do I pass the threshold where I'm in my new cycle? It can be all easy breezy. Here's the two girls of the Three of Cups waiting for me to celebrate. Or I am not moving past go into my next cycle. I am resisting it. So here, the old experiences of maybe there's no new cycles. Maybe it's going to be worse than the one I've already had. I want to hang on to mine. It's a question of jumping, or what do I want to build? I have to have faith. I cannot build from these two energies. Here, I'll never be enough to build it. Three of Pentacles. I'll never be enough to build it, or I'll never have enough to build it. There's always going to be other priorities that are more important than my own accomplishments. Four of Pentacles, I'm afraid it won't even be received. There's no space for it. It's not available. Fear. So there's the choice. To have faith to start building your next cycle. You already have the Pentacle inside of you, but you do not. Maybe this is a transition month for you, Aquarius, where if you're living any pressure of this thing cannot continue as it is for XY reasons, depending on your situation. This is a month where you're going to be like, okay, it's time to let it die. Because this is not comfortable. It's time to let it flow, let it go, and all of that. So that you can cross the threshold and start building your new cycle. So, let it die. I'm going to call it let it die. There you go. So, on this, my beautiful Aquarius, thank you for watching, sharing, commenting, and all of that. If you want a private reading, it's in the plus section, of course. If you want a tarot course, also, it's in the plus section on the website. Very easy access. Thank you for all the comments and sharing. And please continue to subscribe as we could grow even more. Why not? And also, thank you for the ones of you who gave donations. It helps more than you think. And on a new moon and the full moon, I'm going to ask the divine to give you back in the shape that is the most beneficial for you. And yes, we have a full moon in Taurus. So what you were able to ground and create will be very shown. What you weren't able to ground and create because of what was hidden in the waters, in the murky waters of our subconscious, the moon's going to shine on it. So it's going to become obvious at the end of the month here what you need to release, my beautiful Aquarius. On this, namaste, and I'll see you next month.